So, what we're going to release on now is having made a mistake, having been disappointed by your performance at something. Might have been a presentation you gave, or even a social evening, or maybe you just went for a cup of coffee with somebody. But you just have that sense, even 24, 48 hours later, that you got it wrong. And it's sort of knocked your confidence. And it's also really plaguing your attention in a way that doesn't feel quite appropriate. So could you just welcome, allow, acknowledge how uncomfortable you're feeling? These thoughts that just won't seem to go away, that won't leave you alone, however little sense they make rationally. So could you just allow yourself to feel uncomfortable? Could you just expand into discomfort? Feeling uncomfortable, regretful, and more than a tinge of shame. I got it wrong, should have done better. I've made a fool of myself. I've disappointed somebody, I've let somebody down. Whatever particular flavor it has. Could you just allow those thoughts to just be in consciousness, to be present, that you got something wrong? And could you welcome any tension that's existing in the body, bracing against this observation? That you got something wrong, that you didn't meet your own expectations, that maybe you're not quite as talented at whatever it is as you thought you were. And just drop down into the stomach and pelvis area. And maybe into the legs or feet if they're asking for some attention by producing sensations. And could you just welcome or allow any bracing protection against these thoughts and feelings that's here now? Maybe I'm not as talented as I thought I was. Maybe I've let somebody down. Maybe I've made a fool of myself. And allow those sentences, whichever ones are appropriate for you, simply to form in consciousness. And any other emotions that might be present, maybe some sadness, maybe some frustration, maybe some determination to get it right next time. And could all of that just expand? Be welcome here. Be allowed. Could all of those thoughts, sentences, images, pictures, scenarios, whatever's appearing in consciousness, could all of that be welcomed into the vast, open space that is your experience, your inner world? And could you just open to however that is for you? Just allowing it to be here. Could you just check, is there a personal aspect to this? Does this feel like something that's about you something you do, something that happens often, something that you're kind of stuck with. And simply allow it to feel as personal as it does. Just allowing it to be here. That sense of this is me, this is what I do. The other person involved thought something about me. And just really opening as best you can to that sense of the personal. This is me, it's something I do. And again, just allow that to expand. And expand some more. And then could some or all of that simply fall away, unwind, let go of you. And just be here, just as you are. And then can you welcome any and all sense of wanting to control yourself, wanting to change your behavior, wanting to change even how your mind works, wanting to make sure this doesn't happen again so that you don't have to suffer this horrible feelings. And so could you welcome, allow, and just dive into that sense. I've got to change, I've got to learn from this, I've got to be different. Could you allow yourself to want to change as much as you do? Often it can feel like quite forceful. Might be tension in the face or the forehead or the jaw. I've got to get this right. And then could some of that wanting soften? And just fall away. And could you just allow spontaneous change to occur? Maybe think of a time when something just changed quite easily. You just behaved differently because it just seemed like a fitting thing to do. No effort. So could you welcome the possibility of effortless change? The flexibility of mind that we get from doing these processes can just spontaneously allow us to do something differently, to change something. And then could you allow any wanting that's popped up as you envision that possibility? And just allow that to dissolve too. And could you, in this moment, just allow yourself to be just as you are? Someone who makes mistakes sometimes, gets things wrong. And could you just notice what a tiny thing those thoughts are compared with the vast open space of consciousness? And just allow yourself to be. Even if there's still some interference, like an out-of-tune radio. It's all welcome here. And with that, I'll finish. Thank you.